So guys, running is such an easy sport to get wrong. And in this video, I'm going to be taking you through 10 mistakes that people make all the time when it comes to running. And I guarantee that you still make at least one of these mistakes. Let's have a little bargain. Let's have a little wager. If you make at least one mistake on this list, you've got to hit subscribe and hit that like button. And if you don't, then you don't. So anyway, let's get into the video. So guys, mistake number one is not warming up. Warming up is how our body prepares for that higher intensity. It gets the blood flowing, it gets the muscle temperature correct, so on and so forth, and it helps to reduce our overall risk of injury. But you'd be shocked with the amount of people that still don't do a proper warm up before they're running. So if you want to get better at running and you want to stay injury free, make sure you're warming up. And I guess you can also add like cooling down into that as well. But yeah, mistake number one is not warming up. Make sure you do it. So guys, mistake number two is overwearing shoes or wearing old shoes. Basically, when you wear old shoes, you're not getting the same energy return. That foam is all compressed and it's just sapping your energy. You're going to get more tired, your body's going to take longer to recover from each run, and overall, you're going to just increase your risk of injury. So yeah, I know it's expensive and I know it's really easy to kind of get sentimentally attached to some shoes, but you need to make sure that you're keeping track of your mileage with the shoes and not overwearing a shoe for too long. But yeah, so that's mistake number two. Keep a track of how far you ran in each shoe and make sure you're not wearing them for too long. So guys, mistake number three, I think we've all done it at some point in our running careers, and that is increasing mileage too quickly. So when you're especially new to running, your body takes time to get all those adaptations, those changes, and getting used to the overall forces of running, that intensity. But we get a bit excited, we see the progression, and we just kind of increase our mileage exponentially. And this is something that leads to lots of injuries and just a decrease in performance overall. So yeah, make sure you're not increasing your mileage too quickly. A rule that I like to use is the 5% rule, so I never increase my mileage each week by more than 5%, and after 3 or 4 weeks, I have a down week where I completely scale it back. But yeah, mistake number three is increasing your mileage too quickly. Don't do it. So guys, mistake number four is overeating before a race. Now the term carb loading or carbo loading gets thrown around quite a lot before a race, and some people just assume that this means eat a ton of carbs before the race, and that's not what it means. It's a common misconception. The idea of carb loading is that you want to increase the proportion of carbs in your meal, so make carbs a lot more dominant in that meal, but that doesn't mean suddenly stuffing your face with as many sugary treats as you can, because that is ultimately going to slow you down on race day. You're going to feel lethargic and bloated and just heavy in general. So yeah, mistake number four, don't overeat before a race, especially, but just don't overeat in general, trying to prepare for your training. But make sure you are getting enough nutrients in. But yeah, mistake number four, don't overeat. Don't do it. So guys, mistake number five, and I've definitely been kind of prone to doing this, and it's running each run too quickly. Now there are some sessions where this is completely fine, your intense interval sessions and things like that, but especially on those easy runs, you need to just dial it back, forget about the pace, forget what it looks like on Strava, and just run at what that run is meant to feel like. If it's an easy run, make it feel easy. That's the whole point. Because if you keep doing these runs at too high intensity, you are going to get injured, you're going to feel burnt out, and your overall performance is just going to decrease. And obviously we don't want that. We always want to improve. So yeah, mistake number five is running your runs too quickly. Don't do it. So guys, mistake number six, and this is something that's happened to me recently, so I guess it's kind of in the forefront of my mind, and that is not packing my race kit the night before a race. So I get to the race, I turn up, and there's something missing. It's normally my caffeine tablets, and it's all these little things that just sit in the back of your head, and suddenly the race isn't going to go as well as you'd hoped. So yeah, make sure you're packing your stuff the night before. Write a little checklist if you have to make sure everything you need is there on race day, even if it's complete overkill and a lot of the stuff you're not going to end up using. It's just so it's there, it's in your bag just in case you need it. So yeah, mistake number six is forgetting to pack your race kit the night before a race. Don't do it. So guys, mistake number seven is expecting massive results quickly. Now of course there's some exceptions to this rule. Some people do just rapidly improve in the sport, but unfortunately for majority of us it is a slow burner. It is going to be a gradual increase in performance, so stop expecting massive results overnight. This sport is so built on consistency, and if you're not consistent, it's just not going to happen. You need those 1% increases. Don't be worried about those 5%, 10% increases, because they just don't happen really. Not for majority of us anyway. So yeah, mistake number seven is expecting massive results overnight. Don't do it. So guys, mistake number 8 is comparing yourself to other runners, and particular better runners. So there's a very well-known saying that comparison is the thief of joy, and this is so applicable when it comes to running. If you're comparing yourself and you're training to what other people are doing and expecting the same results or expecting to be better than them, then unfortunately you are going to end up being disappointed, because everyone has different things going on in their training, different things that have got them where they are. They may have been training for much longer or have a lot less stress going on in their lives that may cause them to just be a slightly quicker runner, but that doesn't make them better. So yeah, mistake number 8 is comparing yourself to other runners, because it is the thief of joy. Don't do it. So guys, mistake number 9, and I'm definitely guilty of doing this sometimes. When I start to get tired, I think, oh, what's going to help me make me go quicker? Let's increase my stride length. But this leads to overstriding, and this can actually hinder your running performance. I see it all the time at park run and things like that, where people try and overstride, and it's clearly not comfortable for them to do, but they've seen it on a YouTube video that increasing your stride length increases your speed, and it does to a certain point. But once you start overstriding, you're working your muscles too hard, and actually it's not economical for you to run like that. So yeah, mistake number 9 is stop overstriding. And if you need to know a little bit more about that, have a little search on Google, what is overstriding? There's tons of videos about it. I've already had a look. But yeah, mistake number 9, overstriding. Don't do it. So guys, mistake number 10, and probably the most common one, is not listening to your body. So many runners will start to get the beginning of a niggle or beginning of an injury, and they won't listen to it. They'll ignore it. They'll discard those feelings. And then what happens weeks down the line, it turns into a bigger injury, and they're sidelined for 3 to 4 weeks at least, really. This is just an example, of course. It doesn't happen to everyone, but it's so common, and I see it all the time. People just not listening to their body, and it's honestly so easy. When your body feels tired, have a day off. You're not going to lose any fitness in one day. So honestly, just listen to your body, because you will regret it if you don't. So yeah, mistake number 10 is not listening to your body. Don't do it. So guys, I hope you have enjoyed today's video about top 10 mistakes that every runner makes. I've been running for almost 8 years now, and I still make some of these mistakes, specifically the one about forgetting to pack my race day kit the night before a race. But don't tell my dad, because preparation is key. But yeah, so thank you guys for tuning in, and if you are watching this on the 9th of June, I am racing today at 8 PM, and if you want to watch the race, just head down to the MK5000 YouTube channel. The link will be in the description, and you can cheer me on from 8 PM. But hurry, I'll be running for hopefully less than 15 minutes. So yeah, you got to get on there quickly. But yeah, thank you for everyone that does show their support there. It's greatly appreciated. I'll be able to sense your presence. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. Please like, subscribe, share with your own buddies. It's free for you, and it means a lot to me. And if you did make one mistake, remember you promised you got to subscribe. But I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.